And today, let's take a look at the calendar to see what is due. So if you guys checked over the weekend, your Unit 3 test was released, so you can check your mark, see how well you did. Unit 4 tests you complete on Friday, so most likely I'm hoping to have it completed by end of day tomorrow, August 20th. So sometime tomorrow, marks will be released, or latest definitely by Wednesday. Today, moving forward, there are no more tests, so you guys don't have to worry about that. There's just a quest, 2 quests, which is kind of like in between a quiz and a test, but it will be under the quizzes section in Brightspace. So if you check Brightspace, it is already made available to you. Quest number 1, August 19th. It is due at 11:59 p.m. And then quest number 2, August 20th, due at 11:59 p.m. So they're under the quizzes section. I can't remember exactly how many questions there are. Maybe there's 10 questions or not. So yeah, so just be careful. Make sure you complete that before midnight tonight. Let's go back to the calendar. So today we are learning about simple interest, compound interest, present value, annuity, and present value event annuity. Obviously, as usual, we have an hour, so we don't have time to complete all of those lessons. But we did touch upon compound interest in Unit 3, which was the exponential functions. So we kind of did that already. These 3 things are definitely new. And then that's it. Today is the last class for lessons. After today is just review, and then there's a full disclosure date. This date is important if you are planning on dropping this course. So by this date, you would have every single mark term for the term, meaning not including the culminating / exam, but all the term marks will be given to you, hopefully by, actually earlier that, hopefully by the 21st. So by the 21st, you should have all your marks, and you can make a decision as to whether you want to stay in the course or you feel like you want to drop it. Because if you do not drop it before or on this date, then the mark, whatever mark you get, will be on your permanent transcript record. So if you get a mark of, let's say, 10%, well, that's staying on your transcript. But let's say you are at a 10% going to the exam, and you're like, you know what? Even if I get a perfect on the exam, or like culminating, it's only worth 30%. Highest I can get is like 40, I'll still fail. So maybe it might be a better decision to not have a failing grade on your transcript. That's your choice, so make that decision. But this is the last date. After this date, if anyone asks me, oh, Mr. Khan, I'll be like, nope. You were warned many times throughout this course. So yeah, second thing that's very important is your culminating will be released at midnight tonight. At midnight tonight, your culminating will be released. So you have all of tomorrow, August 20th, all of August 21st, and half of August 22nd to complete. So you have 2.5 days. That's 24, 48 plus 12, like 60 hours to do this. 60 hours. It's not going to take you 60 hours, but that's how much time you're given. So there will be no excuses at all that, oh, Mr. Khan, I couldn't submit it. You have 60 hours to do this. So there should be no excuses. Oh, Mr. Khan, I started like at 11:50 p.m. or a.m. right before 10 minutes before it's due. So yeah, will I explain the culminating? Yeah, sure. I can explain the culminating tomorrow. That's actually a very good question. Since tomorrow the culminating will be released, tomorrow during the lesson, I'll talk about it a little bit. That's a good idea. That'll be part of the review. Okay, so yeah, let's get started for today's lesson then. I think that's about it in terms of announcements. If there's any questions, email me. That's about it. Yep. Good luck, everyone. Okay, so for this unit, I've lost all my notes. And by lost, I mean I can't remember exactly where I saved my stuff. So we will be using the textbook. A textbook. You can always use the notes that they give you. Remember, their stuff is all extremely like well organized and corresponds to the course calendar and course outline. So they're doing A7, A8, A9, A10, and then A11 under Unit 5. I'm just doing Unit Finance and 5 parts here as well. We're going to focus more on part. I guess we can start. I guess I can quickly do this. Hold on, let me just get the formula. It was a formula. Okay, it's not here. That's fine. I'll just give you the formula. Okay, here we go. Good question. All right, got everything that I need. So here's the question. And here's your equation. So the equation for compound interest is there. A is equal to P times 1 plus I over N. There is a small little thing that needs to be added there. And that's your J term. It's I divided by J and N times J. What is J? J is your compounding or frequency of compounding. That's what J is. So J, when I went over this in the other unit, depends on how often the interest is being compounded. So if it's compounded annually, then J is just 1. If it's compounded semi-annually, then J is 2, because twice a year, every 6 months. If J is quarterly, if the interest is being compounded quarterly, your J term is equal to 4. If your frequency of compounding is monthly, your J value is 12. Biweekly, your J is 26, and daily J is 365. They skipped weekly for some reason, but kept biweekly. But if it's weekly, then your J is 52 because there's 52 weeks in a year. And that's it. So just be very careful when you're dealing with questions and your compounding is not annually. So in this example, it says compounded annually. It's a bit easy because then your J value is just 1. So very straightforward. Once you have the formula, which I would recommend you copying down, you just plug in the values. This unit is very simple. You just got to know the formula and then you just plug and play. So she applies for an $8,000 loan. So what is that value? Is that A, P, I, or N? Well, let's keep reading. Which she plans to repay in 4 years. Okay, so she's gonna take a loan. She's gonna pay it back in 4 years. Excuse me. She's told by the loan officer that the amount payable when the loan is due is this amount. So the loan person is saying, well, you're gonna take out $8,000, and in 4 years you're gonna end up paying $11,501.24. What's the rate of interest compounded annually is Nina being charged? So your P value is your principal value or your initial value. So this is P. Your A value is your future amount. So that's A. So A is $11,501.24 is equal to P, which is $8,000, times 1 plus I to the power of N. We know N is 4 years, and we know it's compounded annually. These two things have to be in the same units. So